What if you could get back on track and get back into your skinny jeans? You know that pair of jeans that's in the back of your closet right now? They're still in excellent shape, and you've thought of giving them away to Goodwill because you've almost lost hope that you're ever going to be able to wear them again. Well, get ready to get inspired. And welcome back to the JoLynn Braley Show. Today is episode number 360. She fell off track, but she still got back in her skinny jeans using the Inner Self diet. Welcome back to the JoLynn Braley Show. This is JoLynn Braley, permanent weight loss coach, weight loss mindset expert, and founder of the Inner Self Diet. The Inner Self Diet is the mental diet required if you want to stop struggling with your eating and your weight. The mental diet is what you need if you want to get beyond your fears, get beyond your doubts, get beyond all of your limitations that always sabotage you and drive you to eat the kinds of foods that you know won't help you lose weight. If you want to stop struggling, then the required diet is the Inner Self diet. I've been doing this work since 2009. Every single client that I have coached, it has worked for them as long as they do the steps. Doesn't work for anybody who just listens to me talk. You got to actually do the steps. And we are going to hear today from one of my current coaching clients who is doing the steps. And I'm really, really excited to share this with you because this happened today. This all went down today on a live coaching call for my Inner Self Diet coaching signature system. That's what I was just telling you about there in that little blurb. And the Inner Self Diet is all about, it's all about your mind. It's all about clearing out the garbage in your mind that makes you stay overweight and stay overeating. If you want to get to your goal weight and stay there, 92.8% of the game is your mind. Okay, now you do absolutely need to change your eating habits. It's best if you get off of processed foods because you'll lose the fat so much faster. But it is extremely difficult, if not impossible, to consistently live a healthy lifestyle without any self-sabotage when you don't have the right mindset. Okay? In fact, why is this so important? Why is this so important? You can prove it to yourself right now. Tell me one thing in your life that you can do with your body that doesn't require your mind. What can you do in your life with your body, which is your vehicle here on this planet? What can you do with that body that doesn't require your mind to be leading it? Can you think of anything? Anything at all? How can you go to work? How can you have a conversation? How can you drive your car? How can you go get more food to eat if you're not having thoughts about it? If you're not making decisions? If you're not using your mind? I don't have a better way to say this. It's really, really simple. However, a lot of people are not connecting the dots with how critical your mind is to successful weight loss. And the reason that they're not connecting the dots is because the mainstream diet industry has brainwashed you to believe that all you need is another recipe. You need another food diet. You need another exercise program. And absolutely, you've got to change your lifestyle to lose weight and keep it off. Okay? We're not living in la la land. Even when you hear the phrase, think yourself thin, you still have to follow through on the other end and change your behaviors. All right? That's what I do with my coaching clients in the Inner Self Diet. They do think themselves thin. But the purpose of doing that, the purpose of changing your mind, the purpose of becoming thin on the inside is so that you become thin on the outside, and your behaviors must change to get that result. Does this make sense? Okay? Anyone can lose weight. You've probably lost weight before, but you gained it back. Why? Because you don't have the right mindset. That is the critical component. And in order to get the right mindset, you need the right system of tools. You need to have consistency. You need to have a daily practice. You need to have accountability. There's several things, several building blocks that need to be put into place so that weight loss becomes no big deal. All right? It's just not a struggle anymore. Do you have to do things to lose weight? Absolutely. But it's not a struggle when it's just how you live. It's just not a big deal. If you want to hear more real people who have already succeeded in changing their mindset to make weight loss struggle-free, search in the JoLynn Braley Show for the phrase real results. Real results from the Inner Self Diet. Listen to my complete 10-part sub-series of the JoLynn Braley Show. There's an introduction, there's a wrap-up, and then in the middle, there's 8 interviews with 8 real people, and you can listen to all of them. You can hear what they're eating and their weight and their mindset was like before they ever met me. Before I ever coached them in the Inner Self Diet, then you could hear what happened for them. Listen to their problems, listen to their struggles, listen to their successes, and that series should help you raise your level of hope of what is really possible for you. If you want to hear more, if you want even more success stories, if you want to watch videos, if you want to listen to audios, if you want to read written testimonials, go over to my website, fearlessfatloss.com/blog, and then just click on the word testimonials in the menu at the top, and then you can do all of that, everything I just said. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to actually listen in to a snippet from my live coaching call today. And you're also going to hear me ask Z, you're going to hear me ask her, hey, is it okay that I just take out this one little portion here where we're talking and share this on my podcast, share it with the public? And she said, yes. So it's not like we were doing an official interview or anything. What happened was we were on the call and I asked her what was she getting out of the call so far, because I had been talking in the beginning of the call about the fact that it's so critical to make your daily practice for your mindset, just make it non-negotiable. Make it non-negotiable. It's just like brushing your teeth, okay? And it's that mindset piece, of course, that you've got to have in place so that it's easy for you to eat healthy. It's easy for you to get that weight off. It's easy for you to keep it off. And when you make your daily practice non-negotiable, then it doesn't matter if you feel grumpy or not, you still do it. And then after you get it done, then you're feeling better anyway, and your whole day goes so much better. And then you have that momentum flowing. You're in the zone where things are clicking for you, and you actually want to choose the tomato over the pizza, right? It's just everything is easier. Everything is easier when you're in the right mindset. You've got the right attitude. You're feeling good about yourself. It just all flows together. All right. And then I was also talking on that coaching call about, I was talking about processed food and how it's addictive. I was talking about several things about that because, again, we all have common sense, right? You have to change what you're eating, how much you're eating. You got to change all those, the physical aspect to get the weight off. But when you've got the right mindset, you don't feel like you're missing out. You don't feel like you're giving up. You don't feel like it's a drag. It just all comes together. Now, I'll tell you, the truth is that everything I'm sharing with you right now, it's really just words until you have the experience of it. Only when you have the real life experience of it are you able to really understand it and really get it. And maybe you have had the experience before in your lifetime of when things were really clicking for you. Everything just fell into place. Now, if you can imagine living a healthy lifestyle and having that same feeling, that's what it feels like to be struggle-free with food and your weight. Does that make sense? Okay, so, before we listen to Z, if you'd like just a couple tips that you can download, go over to www.easyfunweightloss.com and you'll get my 3 simple steps to start making weight loss easier from the inside out. These are tips that I haven't covered on this podcast, and you can get that in a simple download over at www.easyfunweightloss.com. All right, so let's listen to Z now. Let's get inspired. Let's hear what she has to say about going from a size 12 to a 6 in just a few months, getting back into her skinny jeans. She doesn't use the phrase skinny jeans, but I've used it here in this podcast because you know what I mean when I say your skinny jeans. But she got back into an old pair of jeans that they're a size 6. It wasn't even on her radar that she would ever be able to get back into those jeans. She had a lot of fears that were holding her back. And actually, let's just listen to her. Let's listen to her. She can tell you about it better because it's her experience. And I hope that hearing her speak and hearing what's happened for her in the Inner Self Diet, I hope it inspires you. And I hope it gives you hope that you can also reach your personal weight loss goals. You can get back into your favorite pair of jeans. You can get to that healthy, smaller size, whether that's a size 6 or a size 5 or a size 4. We're talking about being healthy here. We're not talking about becoming a stick and being a 00 and you get blown over by the wind. We're talking about being healthy, being fit, being strong, having a healthy body fat percentage. So for you and your body type, if that's a size 4, if that's a size 2, if that's a size 6, great. Depends on what your frame is. It depends on what, there's different body types out there. We are talking about health, okay? I would hope I wouldn't have to explain that, but I just did explain it because today there's such a prevalence of let's all be fat and have a heart attack and everybody should just accept us for being obese. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about getting healthy, getting fit, getting to your best weight, getting back into your skinny jeans, your favorite pair of jeans, your best weight for your particular body. And no apology is needed for this either. There's no apology needed for looking your best. All right. So now that I went on a little tangent there, let's come back to listening to Z and let's go do that now. Let's listen to Z. And just to let you know, this is from a real life live coaching call that all went down today. There is some background noise in parts of it. The audio has been cleaned up as much as possible, but this was never intended to be a professional recording or anything like that. I keep things as simple as possible with my coaching calls, and these are real life people that I am working with over the phone. So, anyway, just deal with any background noise because the inspiration from Z is worth it.
Z, what did you get out of this first portion of the call? When I was covering the topic of decision and making it non-negotiable, the topic of processed food, what did you get out of this?
Okay. So for me, my weakness is sweets and bagels and things like that. So that would be my weakness for as far as processed foods. But I've been doing really well with the sweets. Actually, I've been doing really well with that. But that's my weakness. That's usually what leads to my weight gain. Not that I'm eating double portions or anything at each meal. It's just that I snack a lot, and then the snacks is usually the sweets, especially when I'm tired. So that has been a big improvement since I got on this journey.
Excellent.
As far as the action steps, daily action steps, yeah, I'm back on it, and I don't always feel like doing it, but I realize what I do, I don't even think about it. I just go ahead and start, because once I wake up and I start thinking, once I start thinking about it, then doubts start coming in. So I don't even give myself the time to think about it. I just go straight to my corner where I do it, and then I get it done. So that's what I've been doing.
I love that. And you have a corner. You have a specific environment for this.
Yes, I do. That has been working well for me. So I have all my materials in one spot.
I like that. Very cool.
So I'm back on track, and like I said, I don't wait until I feel like doing it. I just get it done in the morning. That's my best bet. So.
Great. And what's your biggest success since the last call? Even if it's the same thing as what you wrote in the forum, go ahead and share it.
I fit into one of my old jeans. I didn't think I was going to fit into it. I was just trying to look for something to wear for church, actually. And I was like, I really didn't think it would fit. I was amazed that it fit. So, and I haven't worn it in like maybe close to 7 years.
Wow.
So that was a pleasant surprise. It fit, and it wasn't like too tight or anything. It just fit perfectly. My other success is I'm still, even though I'm not at my ideal weight yet.
No.
Okay, take out that part.
Stop. Hold on. Let me get over here. Hold on. We gotta acknowledge this. And now the dogs are barking. I think they can hear that applause. Z, now, isn't it interesting? Okay, so you got into a pair of jeans you haven't been in for 7 years, and but then, I got into my pair of jeans I haven't worn for 7 years, and then da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Do you notice how easy it is to not stop and celebrate that? This is a big deal.
Yeah.
What size are your jeans?
They're size 6.
Oh.
Yeah,
so,
6 petite.
Didn't you say it was either our last call or the call before that you'd gotten to an 8 and you wanted to get to the 6, but you had these other people at church, friends, saying, oh, you're getting too thin, you should stop, things like that?
Yes, I actually said I was at an 8, and my goal was actually an 8 because I really didn't see myself as a 6. So my goal really was an 8. But you were the one that said maybe you would even fit into a 6. And so you introduced that idea. I didn't think about it that I could fit into a 6.
That's very interesting. But you're saying that you didn't think you could fit into a 6, but you have 6 size jeans in your closet that are 7 years old. So that means that at one point in your past you were a size 6.
Yes.
But you forgot that you were, and then by me saying, hey, you might be able to be a size 6. That's very interesting. What do you think about that?
So what I did actually is my old clothes that I wish to be able to fit in again, I organized them in a separate part of the closet. So that was where I picked out that jeans from. Not that I thought I was going to be able to fit, I was surprised. So that's where I actually picked that jeans from, in that section of clothes where I thought maybe someday I would just give away things that are still in good condition that I just thought someday I would give away, but I still have them. So that's where I picked up. But I really didn't think I would fit into it because it's been so long. I really didn't see it feasible.
Zee, this is amazing. Well, I shouldn't say it's amazing because this is what happens when you get the right mindset and then you're able to get on track with your healthy eating and get the weight off. But the reason I'm saying it's amazing is because several weeks ago, a couple months ago, you had that massive fear of even moving into the 140s because you said you hadn't seen it for how many years?
About 6-7 years.
So you have moved through several levels of fear here in the Inner Self Diet, and you got past the fear of the 140s. You got past the fear or the concern about what these other people are saying to you about, oh, you know, you've gotten too thin, when you knew that you hadn't gotten to your goal yet. And then you started to relax in your eating, started to get off track. You got yourself back on track. And now you're in a size 6 jeans. You must, how many pounds have you dropped since the very beginning of this whole Inner Self Diet?
Well, so this is the story. Before the Inner Self Diet, actually since the beginning of this year, I was 167 pounds. By July 4th, when I had that call with you, I had already lost 10 pounds, so I was 157. So I'd lost 10 pounds. So since being on the Inner Self Diet, I've lost additional 10 pounds, so that's 20, and I have 5 to.
So you've lost 10 in the Inner Self Diet. You've got 5 to go. But you're at a size 6. And what size were you when you started the Inner Self Diet?
I was wearing a 12.
So you've gone from a 12 to a 6. That's huge.
Yes, I was wearing a 12.
Do you think that you could have gotten past these fears without the Inner Self Diet?
To be honest, no, because I don't think I would have been able to do the mental work that it requires for me to get to this point. Because I would do it and then I would go up. I would lose it and then I would gain it. I would lose it and I would gain it. So it was really a mental struggle for me. So to be honest, I might have lost it, but I would have gained it back.
Yeah, and that was the whole thing you wanted to stop because you have a past of the yo-yo dieting.
Right.
How are you feeling about this? This is really big. How do you feel about this?
I feel great. It feels great. I mean, it feels great. People still tell me, like, am I sick? What are you doing? And things like that. So what happened was that my mom actually told me that I look sick and that I'm okay where I'm at. And then I thought about the call, last week's call. And then I thought about what she said, and then my response to her was, oh, I'm not done. I still have a few more pounds to lose. She was like, oh, no, I can see you. You cannot see yourself. I can see how you look, da-da-da. Then I told her, well, the doctor said I had 5 more pounds to lose. The doctor didn't tell me that. I just made that up. I said, the doctor said I had 5 more pounds to lose. I said, oh, okay. If it's the doctor that told you that, then, yeah, that's okay. So in my head, I'm like, really? But I still get that every day, but I'm just using I just keep telling myself it's not about me, it's about just them and how they perceive things, and I don't have to let that get into my head. But that was just funny to me.
Right, because they're used to seeing you as a size 12. So in their mind, they're comfortable with your size 12. They're not comfortable with you being a 6. But the longer you are a 6, they'll get over it and it's not about them anyway. You're the one that needs to live in your body.
Right.
And hey, size 6, that is not, it's not like we're talking about you getting to a size 00. That's not.
No.
We're talking about being healthy. Size 6, that's definitely, healthy range. So this is awesome, Z. Hey, I have a question for you. Would you mind if I excerpt this little part here and share this on a podcast? Because I find it very, very, very inspiring. What do you think?
Of course. Sure.
Okay. Because this is a big deal. This is really huge. The main thing here is your fear that you had of getting down into the 140s, because the fear was that in the past you'd gotten there, but you always yo-yoed back, correct?
Right.
And
actually, I didn't get there in the past. I haven't been in the 140s for like 6-7 years. I haven't been in the 140s. So I've just been, I would lose a little bit, like 5 pounds, and then I would gain it back. I would lose like 5 pounds, and I'll get, but I haven't been in the 140s for close to 7 years.
So the fear then was more about, I can't do it. Go ahead.
The fear to me was that number on the scale. I have not seen it since before I had my second child, and he's 6 now, so that's about 7 years ago. So I really didn't think I would get back to that again. I just kind of accepted that was my fate, and then that became a struggle, and then I got comfortable with the struggle. So letting go of that struggle was kind of having to say bye-bye to like someone or something, that kind of like a comfy blanket. That was what it was to me, even though I wanted to let it go to lose the fat. But that was what was comfortable to me. 140s was no longer comfortable to me. So when it was time for me when I stepped on the scale and I saw 150, I was really anxious, which was when I sent the email. When I posted on the forum, I could feel the anxiety. And then, of course, I ended up sabotaging myself that week and went back to like 152. So I had to do a lot of mental work to get ready, to see the 140s again. It was just a lot of anxiety. In the past, I would lose 5 pounds and then gain 7 pounds, and then I would lose 3 pounds and then gain 5 pounds, and I would just up and down, but never 140s.
Awesome. And it's these, we have to give credit where credit is due, because you're the one that took the action to use these tools here in the Inner Self Diet to get these results. Yeah,
with a lot of help.
Well, thank you. And still, though, I don't live with you. I don't get you out of bed in the morning. I don't tell you, you got to do your daily action steps. You've done this. And you're a great example of the fact that you did even get off track there. And you lost your momentum, but then you got back on track, and you're back. So it works if you work it.
Yeah, it's a mental shift. Just like you say on the audio recording, that it's a weight loss mindset. That always comes to my mind. It's the mindset. Everything I do flows from the mindset. Once the mindset is in the right place, then the actions would mirror the mindset. That's what I always think. It's a mindset. It's not a struggle. It's just the mindset. Once you get that mindset right, then everything else is going to follow.
Right. Excellent. Hold on. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm inspired by you, Z. This is just awesome. And it's proof of how you're welcome. It's proof of how powerful the mind is. And you conquer that, and weight loss, you can have it, This is awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And what's the other thing that you wanted to share? There was something else there.
Oh, I think I wanted to say that even though I'm not at my ideal weight yet, but I'm very happy with my progress. It's just typical of life. I've had lows and I've had highs, but it's not so much about, it's where I am. I'm at where I am, and that's okay. It's a journey. It's not always about the destination. So.
Well, and that physical side, that's what takes the longest. You can get the weight loss mindset pretty quickly, but getting all of the excess fat off of the body, that's what takes the time. And it's just repetition, but you got to have the right mindset still to keep repeating and keep going and stick with it so that you do get all of the weight off. And you can get the extra 5 pounds off. I'm totally positive. But do you believe you can get it off? How confident are you that you can get that off?
I'm very comfortable. I'm very confident that I can keep it off, because there are certain foods that I eat, and if I eat those foods, I'm confident that I would definitely. I've had some discoveries as far as my diet during this journey. I've had some discoveries, things that I wasn't eating that I'm now eating and I actually love and enjoy. And if I continue to eat those things on a regular basis, then I know the weight will come off. But that's what I've been doing as far as my eating.
That's awesome. What's one of those foods? I'm really curious.
One of my unwanted behaviors was combining unhealthy and healthy foods in the same meal. Like I might eat chicken and then put fries, and then just combine healthy and unhealthy in the same seating. So that was one of my unwanted behaviors. So as far as the foods, and then eating processed foods. So when I did the initiation, that very evening, I went to the store and then I bought tomatoes, fresh tomatoes, avocado, and things like that. And since then, I enjoy it. It's just a toast. It's just one slice of toast bread, whole wheat, with fresh tomatoes, avocado, and then I might put chicken or eat it with white egg whites only, not the yolk. That's one. And then the other one I used, the enhancer, was broccoli, which I love now. I still can't believe how good it tasted, but I used the enhancer for the broccoli, and now I ate like a whole stalk of it at a seating. So,
wow,
that's good.
Isn't it amazing what can be done when you change your mind?
I mean, I went to YouTube to look at different how to make broccoli, different delicious broccoli and things like that. But I could have done those things long ago, but I didn't. But this time around, when I used the enhancer, it was much easier for me to do it and actually follow through, and then enjoy it afterwards. So
that's interesting too, because there are recipes everywhere, and you're right. There's YouTube videos on how to cook healthy. But they're not even on your radar if you don't have your mind in the right place.
Thank you to Z for allowing you to listen in. I think she's very inspiring, don't you? Just imagine if you could do what she's doing. If you could eat healthy, if you could live a healthy lifestyle, if you could be losing the weight. What if you were only 5 pounds from your goal weight right now? How would you feel? How would you feel? And if you were only 5 pounds from your goal weight and then you kept going, instead of relaxing and sabotaging yourself and going back to your old eating habits and then gaining the weight back. That's almost what she did, because that's what she did in the past. But then I helped her move beyond that, and she's gotten past it. She's got the mindset tools. She's got the daily practice. She's sticking with it. And she's doing awesome. And this is only a couple months going from a size 12 to a 6. It's really, really cool. I'm so happy for her. Hey, if you want my help to do what Z is doing right now, first, what you need to do is go over to www.discovery-session.com, fill out an application for a complimentary weight loss discovery session with me. That's the same thing that I did with Z. We need to get on the phone. I want to find out if or how I can help you personally, because if I'm not able to help you personally, then it's not going to work out. I don't know this unless I actually speak with you. I only work with certain people who are very serious about making core change in their mindset so that they can finally get to their goal weight and maintain that for the rest of their life. Not everyone is a good fit for the Inner Self Diet. And that's what we need to find out on the complimentary weight loss discovery session call. So if you really are serious about making these changes for yourself so that you can stop struggling with your eating and your weight, go over to www.discovery-session.com. That's where you need to take your first step. I'm JoLynn Braley, permanent weight loss coach, founder of the Inner Self Diet, the diet that is the mental diet required if you want to stop struggling with your eating and your weight. I wish you your best life living inside of your ideal body.